Well, as the GOP keeps one eye there on Atlanta, the other is here on Milwaukee, where Republican presidential hopefuls are set to face off for the very first time. 8 candidates taking the stage tonight. But the frontrunner, former President Donald Trump, will not be attending, and that could impact ratings, but also marks a chance for other candidates to attempt to stand out. And that includes North Carolina Governor Doug Burgum, who's currently polling at about 1%. But now even his attendance, or at least his ability to stand tonight, is in question because he injured his leg while playing basketball. So let's bring in Lance Trover, campaign spokesperson for Governor Burgum. Lance, thank you so much for being with us. First of all, the big question, will he be joining the other candidates tonight?
Well, thanks for having me on, Nichole. Well, he is actually at the orthopedist right now. My understanding is he suffered a high-grade tear to his Achilles, and so he's at the orthopedist right now. He did tour earlier the debate stage. He'd really like to, but he obviously puts some trust in the doctors and wants to talk to them, and after that, I think he'll have a final decision, hopefully here within the hour.
All right, so no final decision as of right now, Lance. But as we said at the top of this, I mean, right now he's polling at about 1%. Certainly nowhere to go but up. But what is the campaign strategy moving forward?
Well, I think, the reason he's here tonight is because of the last 10 weeks and him talking about his message and talking about the economy, energy, and national security. When he first got into this race, people were saying, Doug who? And tonight he's hopefully going to be on that debate stage. So I think tonight represents an opportunity for him to take that message, how he grew up in a small town, literally bet the farm, started a business that he sold for $1 billion, ran from behind, became governor, got reelected by double digits as governor of North Dakota, cut taxes, balanced budgets. It's that kind of story that hopefully on the debate stage tonight that he's going to take to a broad national audience.
Well, Lance, you went through a lot of aspects there of Governor Burgum's campaign. What do you think is the one thing voters need to hear about his platform tonight?
Well, I'm going to give you two. One, I mean, he's the only business leader and governor in this race, and he is squarely focused on the 3 issues: economy, energy, and national security. And that's why he's on the debate stage tonight, because he just got in a little over 10 weeks ago. And you think about it, a lot of the folks on the stage tonight, they're national figures. They've been inside the Beltway. They have been on the national media front for a long time. Doug's only been in 10 weeks. He's on the stage. I think he's got a great story to tell, and I think hopefully he will be there tonight.
Well, Lance Trover with Governor Doug Burgum's campaign, we certainly thank you for your time, and we hope the governor heals quickly. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.